Hey guys, everything new under the sun. This is an article from nature.com, and it's about gene editing. And we know in the last days will be as it was in the days of Noah. And so we look at what the days of Noah were like, and they were massively sinful. Sin around was profound and propagated across the whole population at that time. People were haters of God, lovers of themselves. And I want to take a look at the book of Jasher, which is an extra biblical text, but Jasher, the book of Jasher, is mentioned in the Bible, and so it has some bears some prophetic significance. But let's read a little bit of this article, and then we'll get to the book of Jasher here. CRISPR gene editing tested in a person for the first time. And I'll just stop there. That when we started this discussion of gene editing, people said, "Oh no, there's no slippery slope. It'll never be tested on humans. It's just we're just trying to edit genes to heal animals or whatever, or grow ears or whatever they're doing with it. It could never be used on humans." This article in 2016 is an example that indeed, if man has the ability, he will do whatever he is trying to do and whatever he wants to do, regardless of the consequences of it. The move by Chinese scientists could spark a biomedical duel between China and the United States. A Chinese group has become the first to inject a person with cell that contains genes edited using the revolutionary CRISPR-Cas9 technique. On October 8th, the team led by oncologist Lu Yu at Sichuan University in Chengdu delivered the modified cells into a patient with aggressive lung cancer as part of a clinical trial at the West China Hospital. Earlier clinical trials using cells edited with a different technique have excited clinicians. And so, they'll go on and say that this is great technology and it's going to cure a lot of diseases. But what we're going to end up doing is editing the gene code and creating, half human, half animals, chimeras, as they're called. And so as in the days of Noah, and the Bible speaks of the time that we're in now, just like the days of Noah were. And so one of those things was included giants being in the land, chimera, animal-human hybrids. And I want to go look at this. This is from a website, signpostsofthetimes.blogspot.ca. But I just want to look at this quote quickly from the book of Jasher. And again, Jasher is mentioned in the book of Joshua, and so the Bible actually refers to it, which is a good reference if you're looking for some creditable sources. A book that gives it credit is the Bible, so that's a pretty good reference. And it says, and this is a quote from the book of Jasher, and now this is not biblical text, this is not canon, but again, because it is mentioned in the Bible, it gives some credence to it. "And their judges and rulers went to the daughters of men and took their wives by force from their husbands according to their choice. And the sons of men in those days took from the cattle of the earth, the beasts of the field, and the fowls of the air, and taught the mixture of animals of one species with another." So they're forcing the interbreeding of species to create hybrids. "In order therewith to provoke the Lord." They were doing it in part, directly to provoke God, to do something against His creation, to do something against God. "And God saw the whole earth, and it was corrupt, for all flesh has corrupted its ways upon the earth, all men and all animals." Book of Jasher, chapter 4, verse 18, from the book of Jasher. So again, you take the book of Jasher with a grain of salt because it's not canon, but there are some interesting things which show us what it was like before the flood, as in the days of Noah. These are the times that we're in right now. This is a really neat study. I've done videos on it. Search for my videos on the book of Jasher, and again, maybe if I remember to do it, I'll put a link in the description, and you can watch that one. Maybe I'll just repost that one because it's interesting. Gene editing is one step along the way. This is just another example that we're headed down that road, and where we are in those days, just prior to, the flood, as it were, the end of the time, the end of days of the time. And God will put a stop to it. He's not going to let us go too far. But will we see some chimeras, some animal hybrids? I think we will, and that does push off the return of the Lord by a couple of years, because we're not quite there yet. But I think we'll start seeing it. So interesting, and it's a milestone, and biblical text and extra biblical text basically alludes to this realization of gene editing, animal hybrids, and these sorts of things. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep you updated on it as I see news on it. We'll see you guys in the next video.